Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Halacha Day number 1929. A Halacha Day keeps the Yetzer Hara away. Once again dedicated in loving memory of Daniela Bas Tzvi. Her neshama, her soul, should be elevated in the merit of today's Halacha. And we're continuing the laws of the priestly blessings. We're getting close to the end, but here we go. In our communities, where it is customary for all Kohanim to lower their talisim over their faces, a Kohen who has a blemish on his face is permitted to pronounce the Birkas Kohanim. One of the laws in the Torah is that people will get distracted if they see a blemish on the Kohen's face, or as we'll see, possibly hands, and therefore he would not be allowed to make the blessing. But if he's covering his face with a talus, so they're not going to be distracted. But a Kohen who has a defect on his hands, like, says the Hebrew, behakanios, which is like a white lesion, or they're speckled with small spots, or they're deformed, or he is unable to separate his fingers, may not bless the people, because the people might look at him and be distracted. Says the footnote here, unless they follow the custom of covering their hands with their talus, and then they also not be distracted because they don't see the hands. If he is well known in his town, having lived there for 30 days, and people recognize him, then he may raise his hands to bless the people. Says the footnote, only if he intends to stay there for at least 6 months or so. But if he just happened to be there for 30 days, he may not go up. If his hands are discolored from dye or paint, he may not raise his hands to bless the people because the people will look at them. If most of the people of the town follow this trade of dyeing or painting, he is permitted to raise his hands in blessing. If he does not know how to pronounce the letters properly, or if he pronounces the letter shin like the letter sin, he may not raise his hands to bless the people unless the entire congregation pronounces it like that. Says the footnote. Okay. He says, see the Mishnah Berurah, that if many people say it that way, he may duchen. Okay. Right? Any Kohen who does not raise his hands for the Birkas Kohanim should leave the synagogue before it is said, and stay outside until the end of the priestly blessing. So he says in the footnote again, all these cases, if he went to the duchen, he need not step down. All right, thanks for listening. We sponsor Future Halacha 36 100 for the gold. Have a great day.